ELBC 99.9, several other frequencies across the country every Thursday. And about this time, up to 6 o'clock, it's been relayed on Radio Farmington 87.7 in Margibi County. And a repeat of the program comes on 6 to 7 p.m. on Friday on 87.7. It's also being relayed via the Voice of Hope in Plebo Surican District, Maryland County. This program features reports from the House's committee meetings with in-depth interviews and analysis about the country's legislative process. Today is Thursday. It's the 17th day of August 2023 is the year. We are in the 229th day of the year. We are left with 136 more days to close up this year. This year is Liberia's presidential and legislative elections. According to National Elections Commission, we are counting 54 more days to elections. Welcome to the program. My name is Robert Haynes. We're going to take a few bars of our team song here along with
Hookwell Yeager.
So let's take a few bars of our team song. When we come back, we'll certainly give you those things that are encapsulated on the menu of today's radio program. Brace yourself. Welcome back to the program, wherever you are. Today we are not going to take amazing fast because too many things here to look at. We are in a state of bereavement, and so we are going to run through it and tell you. Will you just take off the sound in the background? Thank you so much. We are back here. Invite someone to listen with you on the program today. The legislature of Liberia is bereaved, and we are in that state. So we will reflect, have some time to talk about the passing of those legislators that have gone ahead of us from labor to rest, and we reflect on their life on earth here and how it looks like they're off capital or development. But yeah, guys, welcome back to the program.
Yes, thank you ever so much. And I'd like to say hello to all of you who are listening to us. This is your program, and I'd like to begin on this note by extending, on behalf of the honorable speaker and members of the House of Representatives, our deepest condolences also to the Liberian Senate for the loss of Senator Daniel Neten of Bapolo County. And like you said, we are certainly bereaved because 3 lawmakers we were talking about.
Mm-hmm. Yes, certainly. Yeah. So yesterday was the lie-in state of a former co-chair on the House's Health and Social Welfare Den Committee for Nima County, Honorable Jackson Seyfinda. He represented Nima County Electoral District number 5, now District number 8. And so yesterday was his state funeral at the legislature, particularly in the rotunda.
This is a tradition, and when you follow the legislature, whenever one of his colleagues passed, this is a tradition. The state funeral, the lie-in state. For those of you who don't understand, because most often you hear lie-in state of this lawmaker who has died. Again, is the state funeral, and this is a tradition on Capitol Hill, as requested by the family members, and of course in due process with what are the standards there. So they will always have to conduct a state funeral, and
want to serve that body.
Yes,
yeah,
and it's been requested also.
Right.
So yes, indeed, the remains of the late Nima County representative, District 6,
District 5,
District 5, now District 8.
Right. Yeah.
Yes, Jackson Finner was on yesterday, lying in state, of course, and his family members, sympathizers, and the bereaved, they all came out to witness such an occasion. It's so, she was a dramatic, but it's very sad because to a certain extent, you have the opportunity to know who this person was because there is a whole recollection of the different activities that you were involved with or into as part of your service to the legislature. And that was the occasion on yesterday. You had the Armed Forces of Liberia marching band parade with the remains of the late Jackson Finder. And of course,
And
it was
that's the time, Yega, where you have your colleagues who you serve along with, and some of those who are new in the legislature come to pay that respect to you. So you see lawmakers and the Liberian public gather to pay their life respect to you as a fallen statesman.
and it comes in line with even the book of condolence, the
Right.
opening of the book of condolence, because you have the head of state, I mean the president of the country, will turn in for the signing of the book of condolence, and that will be followed by the vice president. You also have other dignitaries of the government.
Right, that will
You
come.
have the speaker and members of the Honorary House of Representatives, the Liberian Senate, the pro tem, and members of the Liberian Senate will also sign the book of condolence. And then it's going to be opened up to the public at a certain point in time.
Right. So, lying in state is a ceremonial tradition that is often reserved for individuals who have made significant contributions to their country or state through their political career. So, like Honorable Jackson Finney, who was among 7 members elected in 2005, the first post-war democratic presidential elections in Liberia, and he represented Nima County in the 52nd Legislative Assembly, and that was district number 5. In 2011, after the demarcation was being done, that district turned to be district number 8. And so because Nima benefited for 2 additional districts. So then they had 7 districts. So they benefited 2 additional. Now they have 9. And that's why Honorable Johnson Gueglo is the 9th Nima lawmaker. He represents district number 9.
Yes, and so
Honorable Larry Youngwa is
Larry
District
Youngwa is District 8, and so yes, like you said, following all of the different activities on Capitol Hill on yesterday, the remains of the late Representative Jackson Finder was again taken to the funeral home, the funeral parlor, and of course earlier this morning, as
for
per
Buckler
the
funeral.
as per the itinerary, the remains of the fallen lawmaker was taken to Nimar County, and it's going
In
to
Zan, something happened
It's a
yesterday in the
traditional
return.
name.
In Zan Chieftain, and they had to play their anthem.
The anthem, yes, they
Right.
said that anthem is regularly played before the national anthem to kind of what it is a console, or of course to remember the
Now you're
work.
from here and you always be from here. Whatever.
Yes, you're from here and you always be from this place.
Right.
All of your contributions, we all have recollected. You made a mark that we will follow suit. But again, you are from here and you will always be from here.
Right. So what said yesterday was very colorful. We had people coming from different sectors of the government to pay their tribute. Of course, the head of the legislature, Speaker Buffalo Chambers, paid tribute on behalf of the members of the House of Representatives. Honorable Finna served from 2006 to 2011, representing District number 5, now District 8. It was awesome on yesterday. Now, so let's come up on today. Former Deputy Speaker, Honorable Hans M. Baju, who represented Grand Bassa County Electoral District number 1, passed up on the 18th of July. And on Monday was his start of the Book of Condolence signing. The legislature opened, and it was also colorful. Today was his lying in state. Now we're just counting a few minutes for now. We'll be joining the rest of our folks there in Buchanan, where his remains not just but in district number 1 where he remains after the state funeral in the return of the capital building today has been conveyed.
Yes, it is time to talk about the passing of Representative Hans Bachu, a very polite politician, but he was issues driven. He was one of those persons who always thought that the interest of his people and the country will be put first. And so on today, his remains came out from the funeral parlor. And of course, it was
Escorted.
an occasion just to witness.
Like how you talk about the armed forces and
Yes,
armed forces band.
normally that will be the tradition, and thanks to the armed forces of Liberia, because the marching band has always been available in these kind of instances, of course. And so on today, yes, the family members turned out the representation from District 1, but it was actually a side date for the members of the Honorable House of Representatives. I saw it in the faces of the lawmakers, including the Honorable Speaker, Dr. Buffer Chambers. Sometimes, it's difficult to accept, and especially when you see the coffins, bearing the remains of your former colleague, then it brings to mind a lot of reflection. And so they had a lot to talk about today, because I had the conversation and later on listening to Representative Matthew Zaza, who also worked with the fallen statesman of Grand Bassa County in the 53rd legislature. He was recollecting some of the many contributions of the fallen Grand Bassa County District 1 Representative Hans Ambachu. And he said, as best as his recollection could bring forth to the public space, Representative Bachu was not just into the financial aspect of this country, understanding the financial leadership of the country, but also serving as Deputy Speaker of this country. His workings cut
And later
across
on became acting
Speaker,
Right.
yes, acting Speaker. And that was one of those recollections of the Honorable Speaker. He said, I recall, even though Representative Bachu and I, we were in the 53rd legislature, but to a certain extent, when he became the acting Speaker, there were processes leading to such. And I stood with him. Not many people will understand. Look, the politics in the legislature is none and void of the political sentiments around here. In the legislature, people are issues driven. Whether you come from what side of the political divide, once the ideology of the legislature is put first, then of course you don't have a problem. It's a side of the contemporary politics that we have here. So yes, to the best of the recollections of lawmakers who were there today, they had to recollect the many contributions of the fallen Grand Bassa representative, and thanks to the Legislative Caucus of Bassa, because I think I saw many of them in full attendance.
Oh, yes, obviously.
Yeah,
We saw
Representative Thomas Goswar, Representative Mary Cower,
Representative Matthew
Matthew Fairplay Joe,
Vincent
Vincent Tinizi Willie. He was also in attendance.
and even the former legislators.
Yes.
We saw the
Representative
likes of
Jen Baron Brown,
yeah, who was one time
former chair of
administration.
Order.
Very
Yes.
powerful position, though.
Yes. So Representative Baron Brown was there. Former Representative Baron Brown was also there.
Former pro tem
Former
of the
pro
Liberian
tem,
Senator
yes.
Finley. He was
Basangal Milton Finley
He was also there.
also in attendance.
It was quite colorful.
Yeah, colorful, and at a certain point, Robert, you had the family members weeping, especially when it was time for the viewing of the remains, yes, of the late Bachu. They broke down, and this is just normal to everyone, whether. I don't know how strong or stronger you are in these processes. When it reaches that point, of course, it's
just
just
break down.
unbearable. It's an unbearable situation at that point.
Right. So that's the reason why the House of Representatives, Department of Press and Public Affairs, thought to do a reflection on the foreign lawmaker. And so we will take the press bureau, reflection of Honorable Hans Bachu that has been packaged produced by the Hustlers Press and Public Affairs Bureau, reflecting the life of this fallen Grand Bassa County representative who also served at the level of the Pan-African Parliament representing Liberia. He was also the Grand Bassa County Legislative Caucus chair.
Yeah, that's prior to his death.
That's prior to his death. He also served on the Hustlers Modernization Committee.
And he was on the Ways and Means Committee for Grand Bassa representing.
Right. So let's take this reflection from the House Public Affairs Bureau.
Born on February 6, 1962, Representative Hans Mbaju was a dedicated public servant. He initially served the Liberian government as controller of the Ministry of Planning and Economic Affairs. The late Representative Baju's desire to represent his people in the legislature came in 2011 as the great people of Grand Bassa County Electoral District Number 1 voted him as member of the House of Representatives. In 2012, the fallen public official was voted as Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives, a position he held until 2016 when he served as acting Speaker. Upon his ascendancy as chairman of the Bassa Legislative Caucus, he never felt short of advocating for his people.
Thank you so much. I can tell you that my ascendancy was unanimous. It's very good because it shows the kind of unity we're trying to foster on the caucus. So I want to thank the youth for the confidence. What are your plans for Grand Bassa County relative to assuming the role as chairman of the Legislative Caucus? The first priority is to continue what my predecessors started. People have a tendency to come and go and condemn what their predecessors have done. But in my view, that's a wrong approach. The first term of our caucus was Thomas Kuswa, was there for about 3-4 years, and he did very well. Later on, we asked him possibility to act for a year. He did very well. So the unity in the caucus is good. My plans now, first of all, is to continue that unity. Secondly, the coordination between the caucus and the county leadership is very important because the county leadership in the caucus is at the level, then it tackles development. But in our country, the leadership between the caucus and the civilian office is very problem. So for that reason, our country development funds are being realized in an effective way. It will now go across the country, all the districts, you see the public development. We have market building, it's a clinic, now it's a beach, we are assisting the less fortunate young, we have the MTBU, and university education. So the kind of funds that we get through the county government initiative is being utilized effectively. And this is a unique party work with the superintendent office and the project management team, because that team is the team that does the implementation of the projects. That team is honest and hardworking, and that coordination will get, and you see that's happening. So in our case, we're going better now with that coordination. So this is my priority to continue on that trend. Again, you are the representative of District 1 and Bassa Council. We're just nearly 2023. Where are we? Representative Hans Bachu, do you have plans to have him go back on Capitol Hill? Yeah, going back, I will win. You're a contestant. Yeah, we win. For the record, you're a contestant. Yes, for the record. Okay. You're a record. Everybody running for the 13. Why are you sitting in 13? We want to get the next week. The citizens in my district really like me. So maybe because I like them also. 2, I know the needs. What are the needs?
That's what I want to vote. The Honorable Hans Bachu. Honorable Speaker, Honorable Bizarri, fellow colleagues, this House is governed by rules. And the rules of the House are clearly state that complaints against any member of the House must be forwarded to the Committee of Rules and Order. The leadership is not an investigative body, and therefore no complaint on any member should be sent to the administrator, to the leadership. And therefore, I think we have to vote in my Honorable Harry Yankwet, will please recognize the rules under which we all operate and refer this motion to the Committee on Rules and Order Administration. Thank you very much.
As part of his representation in the 54th Legislature, the Grand Bassa County District 1 representative, Hans Mbaju, worked with his colleagues on the Joint Legislative Modernization Committee. Here is the fallen lawmaker reporting to plenary.
You are not an institution, you want to see it function properly, efficiently, but sometimes it's hard to do what you did. But then when you leave, you go inside what was not done properly. We have a task now. This plan has been initiated since 2009, and the pace of implementation has been very, very slow. So there are portions of the plan that may not be the leg in 1 or 2%, and they want to stall it or delay the implementation. Yet, when you leave this on the body, you will say, oh, if I was there, I would have done it more there. So these are modern institutions to be on par with other parliaments around the world. Be it the Ghanaian parliament, the Nigerian parliament, the British parliament. You know, for example, you see the machine over there that thing that on TV, see the computer where they were installed in order for us to determine how we voted on issues. It's important for the sake of posterity and for our own democracy for them to know how heavy they put on that issue. So the more you go to the thing and say, look, the people were bad, I didn't vote. Remember that they will show how I voted.
This has been a brief reflection of the late Honorable Hans Mbaju, produced by the Press and Public Affairs Bureau of the House of Representatives.
Well, thank you. That a great job there being done by the deputy, Mr. Wokwad Yegat from the Press and Public Affairs Bureau, being prepared, reflecting on the life of our fallen Grand Bassa County District 1 representative, Honorable Hans Mbaju.
He was definitely a man of peace. As you listen to the fallen Grand Bassa County representative, a couple of those things that he highlighted was specifically about the peace of this country and how people...
to a point that you see, we are here on this earth, and our plans are different from God's plans.
Very well.
So he was optimistic when he said that I'm recontesting. Hans Mbaju is recontesting for the third
that was
time.
the question when I put to him.
He was definite. And he said that he's recontesting. In fact, he just said, I will win.
Yeah, and
put in your record book.
I said to him, Representative Hans Mbaju, the 2023 elections is just next to what you expect. Are we going to have you on Capitol Hill once more? He said, I'm recontesting. I said, for the record, are you recontesting? He
said, I will win.
I will win. I will win.
You know. So may peace be to his ashes, the peace-loving people of Grand Bassa County, electoral district number 1, and the county in totality, because he served as the legislative caucus chair. And so his remains has since been conveyed to District 1. Tonight is going to be a wakekeeping. And on tomorrow, Friday, his coffin is going to be conveyed to the Port City of Buchanan on the fairground, the executive pavilion. It's going to be there according to the family and the horses protocol division. Jointly, I said, it's going to be a day wake in Buchanan. Tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock, they will take the coffin of the fallen lawmaker to the fairgrounds, and after which, by evening hours, it will be reconveyed to District 1, Grand Bassa County, for at the church, the A.D. Williams Memorial United Methodist Church in Orange Grove, for the church's wakekeeping. And then on Saturday morning, there will be a funeral routes, and entombment will follow at the Orange Grove Cemetery.
Yeah, so he's going to be laid to rest in his hometown, Owens Grove, in Grand Bassa County, District 1. But I'd like to borrow from the Honorable Speaker of the House of Representatives, reminding the family members as to the workings of the fallen father, uncle, nephew, and leader, that his passing should unite the family in these difficult moments, whatever are the situations. It's good night to put aside the differences and unite
Unfortunately,
for the common good of their family. He's gone. There can be no more hands battle, but of course, if the family members remain united, there could be another emerging leader so who come to provide representation either for Grand Bassett County at the legislature or in whatever role that will happen. It depends on the decision. But again, they ought to be united as a family and people.
right. And so let's just take House Speaker Victor Buffer Chimia's tribute on behalf of members of the House of Representatives. And we can open the lines to the public to interact as we bid farewell to former Deputy Speaker of the 53rd Legislature of Liberia, Honorable Hans Bachu. So House Speaker Buffer Chimia was like this today in a rotunda with this tribute.
Today we the members of the House of Representatives who share the grief of the bereaved family. The right Honorable Bashu came to this legislature with a sense of alacrity. He came with brisk and cheerful readiness to serve the people of Liberia. He served his body as acting speaker, some point, full deputy speaker, chairman of the modernization committee, and a Liberian representative to Pan-African Parliament, amongst others. We miss him. His contribution to the state was sterling. It was first rate. It was superlative. He was a man with passion and vision. We want to make and tell our people that his life, his legacy, must serve as a guide to the family and to all of us who might have witnessed in some point his work. Roberto and I went together and we found ourselves on separate sides and sometimes on the same side. And that's the beauty of this legislature. Because as they put themselves, all is vanity. We must be reminded of Galatians 6:2 that says that the greatest law is to share each other's burden. That's the law of Christ. As we journey into other directions, initiatives, and do other things, we hope that we cherish the work and continue to make those good things that Onobashu stood for. Instead, we rest those flowers in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Blessed Holy Spirit. Amen. Thank you.
Well, he's our Speaker, Victor Bofochimus, there on behalf of our members of the Honorable House of Representatives on today, laying the flatbread design on the mortal remains of the fallen former Deputy Speaker of the 53rd Legislature and the man who represented Grand Bassa County Electoral District Number 1, Honorable Hans M. Baju, on today. Yeah, God. So we are obliged to open the lines to interact with the public. You want to call us? The numbers are, yeah, God, you want to do that?
Yes, announce the numbers.
08805140996. I'm sure you're familiar with this number. And 0770, alternatively 0770-259660. Join us here on the conversation. Let's hear from you. Speak is your term. Let's hear from you as we pay farewell to Honorable Hans Patrick.
Let's hear from you as we pay
Please listen to the radio. Let's get you on. Hello, welcome to the conversation.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Hello.
Kamal calling from on the airport.
Yeah, go ahead. Let's hear you from there. Which are the
Okay,
airport?
thank you.
Springfield,
Yeah.
or you calling for RRA? You gotta be precise, my brother.
Alright,
But go ahead.
thank you. You know, when you heard that Honorable Pashu passed away, it really get to me. Because he was one person that when you speak in the legislation, you should know that man speak. And now all the recording that you play, it just bring my memory back again, like the man say around. You know, yeah, so just see good man like that, just go, you can't ask God why. So I tell the Jewish family sorry, that it is hard.
Okay, my brother. Thank you. We'll take more of the calls.
Thank you.
The numbers are 08805140960, 0770259660 are the numbers to join us here. We are paying farewell to Honorable Hans Badju. He lived a very good life as intimated by several others to the tribute. Hello,
Hello?
welcome to the show. Let's hear you.
Hello?
Good evening. Welcome to the program.
Yes, good afternoon to calling for New County, Louisville District.
Please go ahead.
Yeah. My condolences to the foreign legislators who have been outspoken in the Liberal legislature and have.
Oh, we lost him.
I'm sure.
08805140960. Let's get you on. Hello.
Sure. 0880514.
Kind of lower the receiver and listen to the phone. Kind of lower the volume of your receiver.
Hello?
Welcome to the
This is
program.
Roosevelt JJ. And I'd like to extend sincere sympathy to the family. I had the opportunity to travel with Bachu to Abuja while I worked with ECOWAS, and he was the desk officer at the Ministry of Planning and Economic Affairs. And he was quite a qualitative leader, and God knows why. So we say sorry, and God be with him, with me.
Okay, my dear brother. Thanks a lot. Let's take more of the calls coming in right here. 08805140960, 0770259660 are the numbers to call us right here on the program. And in the very ministry, he's talking about planning economic affairs. Honorable Baju served there as controller, you know, so he coming up from being a desk officer to becoming controller. It just is about his leadership style.
Yes, very well. He had a very good leadership style, and like you saw on the house page, there's already a publication following the state funeral, I think. But let's talk to this caller. Welcome to the program.
Yeah, hello there.
Hello, welcome to the program. Let's hear your name and where you are joining us from.
Yeah, the name remains Propo Mera from Sano County, Pakistan.
Let's hear you, please.
Yeah. Yeah, this is Propo Mera from Sano County, Pakistan.
Please go ahead. I will highly appreciate for you to lower the volume of your receiver.
Hi to the families of the Grand Bassa, citizens that this is a great legislature, the Liberal legislature program.
Okay, thanks a million. I think those of you who are calling will have to lower the volume of your receiver.
Yeah. I beg you, let me send a voice of information to my family in Grand Bassa because that's where my grandmother came from.
Please go ahead. Do that. Go ahead.
All right. All right. You know, this play what I resided in Sano County, Pakistan. The voice just like the relay on the radio. Myself, I listen to the information, but the radio that play from the Liberia station ELBC. It's just like what I resided. It's just like a relay. So I'm sorry because we're using that of a receiver communication here.
But now you have the time. Go ahead.
Yeah. If I start to be precise, what I'm residing.
You say you wanted to speak to the people in Bassa. I said, go ahead.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's a situation.
Yeah, those are challenges that people in the southeast encounter.
Counties. Yes, so keep your calls coming into 0880-514-096, 0880-514-96. What's the alternative? But let's talk to this caller. Welcome to the program.
Yes, thank you very much. I am Jerry Sar. I join you from commentary again. This afternoon, this evening to be precise.
Compound 3, which county?
Grand Bassa County.
Okay, so let's hear you.
We nation of honorable servants, Samuel Trinity Willie.
Okay, let's hear you, please.
Okay, thank you very much. You know, it's a lot to us as a county. And, Honorable Bashu was a state man. And he last served for his demands as caucus chair for our good county. And all we can say to the bereaved family, especially the widow and the other family members to their hearts in the Lord, because it is a God given, but it was sometimes we never used to talk much like other politics. It's a work. Now we just used to small things somewhere to do bathroom and then all the media institutions in the world to publish, So it's a loss to us as Bassa people. It's a very great loss to us. And we want you people to pray for us so that we can have a little of such, because he was a father to many. He was a father and a father to all of us. Once again, want to say sorry to the family and to us as Bassa people.
Okay, thank you so much. We'll take more of the calls coming in here. 0880-514-096, 0770259660. Call us to be a part. Let's hear from you, especially so our people in Grand Bassa, the 5 electoral districts, right? Your legislative caucus chair is no more, Honorable Hans Batchu. May peace be to his ashes. And we're here reflecting on his life.
So let's take more of your calls right here. It's your program, and it's time to hear from you. I know many of you had interaction with Representative Hans Batchu when he was alive. It's good to hear such a story from you at this point. So keep your calls coming into your program right here on 99.9. This is ELBC Radio. Let's take more of your calls right here. Please keep calling, and we will take more of your calls right here.
Take those calls, yeah, guy.
Yes, very well. And so, if you're listening to us, please call us on the numbers, and then we can hear from you. Let's talk to this caller. Welcome to the program.
Thank you. Sorry, because it is our own. Okay, special line, please. I don't know whether you can help us with a special line so that we can be able to speak about Bassa to our people.
Or to open special line, you said?
Yeah, we can use. I don't know whether we can use the same line to speak our dialect to our people.
Or you want to speak the vernacular?
Yeah, for us, the Bassa people.
Okay, so let's hear you.
No, for our people, I'm not actually fluent in Bassa.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, so those of you who are in Grand Bassa County and listening to the program, please call us on 0770 879263, 0770 879263. Just in case, those of you who are in Grand Bassa County, whether you are in District Number 1, you're in District 2, District 3, District 4, or District 5, please call us on 0770 879263, just in case. I think that could be an alternative line for the folks there in Grand Bassa County. Already calls have started coming through. Let's talk to this caller. Good evening, welcome.
I'm calling from Grand Bassa County. My name is Doris C.
Johnny. I'm calling you from the Pages of Community to be precise.
Okay, Darius, let's hear you, please.
Apart with me on the brief poem, supporting a cable or part where more about and but where Virginia to it. Take out the poor more de carni. So, a Pocans Romeo supporting Kano, you main Kano and me. So, I'm all just watching and we, I'm one. Stand on the bus of the broker and we meal.
You want to interpret that in English for people who don't understand the vernacular?
Yes, sir. We are deeply, we are in pain, we are in sorrow. We the people of Bassa. We are the either tears, but the way that God wants His team to be is how it can be. When a king dies, another king are already been prepared to take the place. So whatever things are happening, it is the will of God. Nothing happening without the will of God.
Okay, thanks a million for calling.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah, so the alternative line is 0770-879-2663, 0770-879-2663. For those of you who are following us from Grand Bassa County, I'm sure we have another caller on the line. Let's go to this line. Good evening, welcome to the program.
Hello?
Good evening, welcome.
Yeah, my name is Dylan D. Johnson, calling from Grand Bassa County, Oviba Community to be specific.
Okay, so let's hear you, please.
Anyway, I just want to say my deepest condolence to the bereaved family. The Bassa people, they are my in-law. I say, never mind, let's say her in the law. God will give it, God take it. But it is hard to maintain. Let God bestow peace among them. Thank you so much.
Okay, I sure maybe Mr. Francis Law wants to participate on this program. This is the House's program. I sure Mr. Francis Lloyd is coming through this line on ELBC. Whether we talk to him, let's go to the line. Mr. Francis Lord is there. Good evening, Mr. Francis Lord.
It is indeed a pleasure, Mr. Yaga.
You're live on ELBC Radio, and we are eulogizing fallen statesman Hans Bachu as his state funeral was held on today, and his remains have been taken to Grand Bassa.
Yes, it brings a lot of sorrow. He was a good man of our district number 1 in Grand Bassa County. We all listen, we cherish his loving memory. He worked diligently for our district, and so we are saddened by his homegoing, and we pray to God that God will again restore us as a district and give us a representative that will work in the interest of our people. Because you know our district is close to the capital city, but it's lacking a lot of things. We're fighting, to restore.
I'm too afraid they didn't cut him off. Of course, I sure some kind of network situation. Director Haynes is right back here, and so I think we have some more interaction. But let's go back. There's an alternative line for the people there in Grand Bassa County, and so a lot of calls are coming through. Yes, so let's go back to this line. Let's talk to this citizen of Grand Bassa. Welcome.
Hello?
Good evening. Welcome to the program.
I'm calling from district number 1 in Grand Bassa County.
Oh, it's good having you from District 1, the right district that is mourning the passing of Representative Hans Bachu.
Yeah. Well, we are in the district number 1. We are in New City Township, Idaho City. I'm very sorry for what is happening in the district.
You are from New Cities? Which part of New Cities you calling from? You from New Cities? Which part of New Cities?
Anybody in the district when we have problem, we go to Honorable Hans Bachu. He always helping our people.
You calling from Plunker or you calling from the Santa? Where you calling from? Kingsville?
I'm calling for Plunker.
Good.
Plunker, okay.
That's where the former senator, the late Senator John Francis Whitfield came from.
John Francis
Okay. So he was always available to attend to the needs of the Bassa citizens. Is it what you're saying?
Okay, thank
Okay,
you.
thank you ever so
Thanks a lot.
much.
Well, we just grab on some information that on the 22nd of August this year, by next Tuesday, the legislature is going to resume. They are going to be back to make sure that they will be recalled back up Capitol Hill. The finalization is going to be done. We're going to inform the public duly that extending the sixth regular section of the second quarter of the sixth section of the Honorable House of Representatives. So it starts for 2 weeks from the 22nd of August 2023 to the 5th of September 2023. And the reasons the lawmakers are going to be returning up Capitol Hill is to discuss or act upon matters of national emergency and concern. And so the finalization of that going to come up, but it is clearing that from the 22nd of August to the 5th of September, members of the Honorable Legislature of Liberia, both the Senate and the House of Representatives, will be returning up Capitol Hill for an extension, to do the work of the Liberian people. But we're here on the radio program. We'll take a few more calls and close up the program, reflecting on the life of a fallen Grand Bassa County District 1 Representative, Honorable Hans M. Baju. 0880-514-096, 0770-259660. We have those alternative lines. You can call us to be a part of it. Let's hear from you. Somebody talking about, from District 1, he was the lawmaker who was accessible. They always used to go to him for whatever they needed. And so, like today, Honorable, the pro tem of the Liberian Senate, Honorable Professor Albert Tubochie, he was saying that the fallen lawmaker, no more buying zinc for people, no more serving a chief luncher to those fundraising programs, no more buying BP diapers or paying bills and stuff like that. He is going to meet with other fallen lawmakers, and so he should say to them that the work of the people of Liberia continues, and the rest of the other lawmakers are still here to do what they ought to do for our people. Yeah, God.
Yes, that was a bit of reflection because, lawmakers are confronted with a lot of different appeals from their constituents. And so, yes, he was saying, the pro tem was saying that it's all over for the fallen Grand Bassa County Representative Hans Baju. There's going to be no time that people request him to serve as chief launcher for fundraising programs,
guest speaker
for programs, honoring programs,
buying zinc for churches or buying zinc for individual or organizations or building town hall. And so we'll get a couple, of course, on the line. We'll take 0880-514-096, 0770-259-660, 1, 2 more, and then we'll close up. We are reflecting on the life of this fallen statesman who served with diligence, serving even to the point as acting speaker of the 53rd legislature. He was the deputy speaker. He came to the executive branch of government way back, serving as controller for the Planning and Economic Affairs Ministry. Then the planning ministry was by itself. And so he was desk officer. From desk officer, he became controller general of that ministry. Now it is that ministry that has merged with the Ministry of Finance. That's why they call it Ministry of Finance Development Planning. But before it was Planning and Economic Affairs. It was at that ministry Honorable Hans Baju served as a desk officer and later became controller general. He lived a very decent life, and in the words of the speaker, may the family members or other people look at the life he's lived and the very good side of him to reflect on and move on as a family and call for unity amongst them. 080514096 with exactly 5 minutes left on our dock to run up. You can call us just 1-2 more, and then we'll call it a day here on the radio program. This program informs you about activities of the legislature, particularly the Honorable House of Representatives. And that's why we said to you that we are committed. The people's deputies are committed to always keep you in the know. We run a kind of open, it's a kind of transparent process. Whatever happened of Capitol Hill, you get to know.
Let's go to this caller. Welcome to the program.
Good evening. This is Ralph Tinuto calling from Maryland County, the Speaker District, New Jerusalem, People Solican District.
How is Plebo's Solican District?
A little bit of rain drifting this evening, but people is kind.
Okay, so let's hear you, please.
Yeah, my condolences to the foreign legislators. I recommend that the others that are left, that are living, and the other legislators are living, copy some of his inspiration and put for it to the younger generation. In as much is there, so a legacy can be remade on the surface of Liberia.
Okay, thank you ever so much.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
that's a good one.
I think Mr. Francis Lord is just back on this
Francis
line.
Lord is in Lowville. Let's get you on.
Mr. Francis Lord, you are back on the line. Let's hear you.
I love the Lord. As I'm saying, thank you, Gogo, for reconnecting me. I said we'll miss our representative. It was indeed a great man. It's good that he will be honored in our county, taken to the city at the fairground. And then tomorrow he will be taken in our district for a wakekeeping. And the funeral ride will be on Saturday, and he will be laid to rest in Owensboro. And so it brings sorrow to our district. We need to take solid in the law and continue to press forward and persevere, because it is the law who gives us and it is the law who takes us. And so we as a district need to take courage in the law and work together as a district to move forward. I think the homegoing of Ernst Matthew to indeed strengthen our district as we try to move forward with showing hope to our people. All is not lost. All is not lost. With God and a determined mind, all things are always possible. We're missing, but we pray that his soul and the souls of all those that live up for our district will rest in perfect peace.
Thank you ever so much.
Thank you, Zayega.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's all the time we have to be here. We have to go, and so may his soul rest in peace. And Honorable Hans Batchu by now should be meeting with fallen District 1 representative, then Samuel Page, who represented that district in the 52nd legislature. And so it's been a great time here. On the 22nd of August, legislators in Liberia will be returning up Capitol Hill to work in the interests of this country. Mind you, this is the point that we can stress on to tell you how committed our leaders are. They are confronted with elections, re-elections, but they have to be able to do the work of the Liberian people when they are called to. And so they, no matter what, campaign or not campaign, they are leaving it for 2 weeks to come and do the work of the Liberian people. That's something to applaud them for. And so the formality will come about. We will duly inform you how it runs up, but it's going to kick off on the 22nd of August on next Tuesday up to the 5th of September. Could you please take down that music while we give this information to our people so they have the information? So from the 22nd of August up to the 5th of September, leaders, lawmakers are going to be returning up Capitol Hill to work in the interests. Yega, in the midst of these campaigns, people go for re-election. They are leaving all of it to come and work in the interest, to pass key legislations in the interest of Liberia.
They are selfless.
And that's all we can say. So we're back here. The next time we'll be here, we'll be able to inform you of those unfoldings from up Capitol Hill on behalf of the entire membership of the Press and Public Affairs Bureau and the leadership of the House of Representatives. It's been an awesome time here. We're back on next Tuesday. Bye-bye. Have yourself a God bless evening.
And please keep following the Honorable House of Representatives, Republic of Liberia Facebook page.
Right, for our